Some early Ford vehicles used a 4-terminal remote starter solenoid that's a little different than what was seen by other manufacturers at the time. We have already covered a traditional starter in another video, so we'll take a look at what makes the Ford, or any other type of remote solenoid, different. Single-piece starters contain the motor, solenoid, and bendix responsible for cranking the engine. Starters that use a remote solenoid consist of two pieces. The motor is bolted to the engine as normal, but the solenoid responsible for activating the motor is detached. Remote starter solenoids still work just like the single unit parts, but the connection is a little different. The two large studs on the solenoid will handle the heaviest loads in the starter circuit. One side receives a direct battery connection, and the other is the output to the starter motor. The two smaller terminals are what control two key things during cranking. The S terminal is what receives the signal from your ignition switch. It's responsible for making the connection between the two large studs to supply battery power to the starter motor. This causes the bendix to mate with the flywheel while the key is in the crank position. The I terminal is used in vehicles running a points ignition system. It receives power while the engine is cranking to bypass the factory resistance wire in order to provide a momentary 12 volts to the ignition coil. This helps to start the engine when cold. Once the key is in the run position, the solenoid opens, causing the I terminal to drop dead. The ignition system will then begin to run on its resisted voltage.